Welcome to Success After Dark podcast. We got a special guest today. We in Dubai, my brother Miguel.
Let's go, bro.
Appreciate you for coming on the podcast. Today we're doing a podcast in a very interesting space.
This is the new podcast studio.
We are in a Lambo STO. This is a $400,000 car.
Yep.
Beautiful,
650
amazing, and we're excited to have this talk. We're gonna talk a lot about lots of things today, so stay tuned.
Let's get it. Put this thing in one and let's go.
Ya Rab, Rum.
You know that I hate driving, not driving.
You hate not driving?
Yeah, I hate to be in the
passenger seat?
In the passenger seat.
Why do you hate being in passenger seat?
I trust you, bro. I trust you.
But you know,
I want to control it. I want to drive it. That'll be good, bro.
All right. Okay, so my brother Miguel, you've been living in Dubai for how long now?
So I moved here 1 year ago, 2022.
Yeah.
Jan 2022.
Okay.
So 1 year now.
1 year.
Yep.
How do you like it? You're German originally.
German Portuguese.
German Portuguese, born in South Africa.
Yep. Correct.
Give us a story. Like,
Namibia.
what's first of all, really South Africa, brother? So what, you're African?
Namibia. I identify as Portuguese.
I identify as Portuguese.
So if someone asked me, I gave them the version back when I was younger. I told them I'm from Africa. This was a mess. So I just started to say I'm Portuguese and I'm good.
Huh.
So yeah.
What language do you speak?
So I grew up in Namibia, which is over South Africa.
Okay.
My mom is German.
Mom is German.
Namibia is a German colony.
Okay.
So my mom started to do apprenticeship when she was 18. She left Germany.
Nice.
My dad is Portuguese, and over Namibia, the country is called Angola, and Angola is Portuguese colony.
Yeah.
So, just you.
Oh.
So
Nice.
what happened is that they met there. I was born in Namibia. I grew up with grew up speaking English because my parents communicated in English. My mom taught me German.
That's interesting. Like
and my dad Portuguese. So 3 languages.
So you speak 3 languages.
Yeah.
And Arabic soon.
Soon, and Russian. Yet.
And Russian. Da.
Давай, brate. Yeah, so Arabic definitely. I always wanted to learn it.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in Dubai.
Yeah, you have to, bro.
I hate to sit next to you and don't understand shit.
But you see how I'm connected with my people here in Dubai.
Yeah, 100%.
Mans are connecting with the peoples, bro.
I'm learning, bro. I'm learning the words.
Yeah, for me, bro, like, Arabic is like a major part, bro, for are we going this way or this way?
This way. Yeah, whatever, bro. That's right.
Yeah, Arabic to me, bro, is that, especially in a country like this, bro, you gotta at least understand. Like, not speak, say a couple words here and there, because you'll know how to relate to people here. Yeah. But, so...
And everyone speaks to me in Arabic, because
they think you're Arab.
Even if I tell them,
can
like,
pass for an Arab.
they don't trust.
You can pass for a little bit of an Arab, I can't lie. But,
let me grow the beard a little bit more, like I had it in the last couple of months. So.
Yeah.
Now
so
this is the summer.
You've been an entrepreneur for how long?
So I would say entrepreneurship started a little bit more than like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years
but
ago.
your main entrepreneurship journey was network marketing.
Network marketing, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the first entrepreneurship thing you've done?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So before network, I started to do some dumb shit. Let's say like that,
what?
like the businesses.
What dumb shit?
Buying diamonds and reselling them. Just go straight. Always straight.
Always straight in Dubai.
Always straight. So yeah, I was trying to make the bag, make some money. It never worked.
So why? Like why are you like? So you had this thing in you when you were young. Like what was the it factor?
Yeah. So growing up in Africa, we were good. Like we had our own business. My parents had their own business.
Yeah.
Like a big hotel.
Yeah.
You call it lodge. Lodge is like it's like an African hotel where you can camp and it's like restaurant and African style.
Okay.
So we were good. Then what happened is that in Angola there was guerrilla wars. So we were right next to the border. So there was one river, the Okavango River, that divided us to Angola. So it became very. So United Nations came to us one day and said we need to go because it's too
Too much.
Too much. Yeah. So I remember hearing the shots and the shit going off at night.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's some things I still remember. So I left with 5.
Yeah.
So then there was one way from the main city in Windhoek. Basically, Rondo is the main city where the people came, and then they drove up to us 2 hours.
Okay.
So this one-way road, it got shut down because there was a French family which was killed. So then no one came to us anymore. So my parents had to sell the business.
Yeah, of course.
We continued to stay in Windhoek in Rondo in the city.
Yeah.
Then like the marriage of my parents were going down. They lost everything that they've built up, which I can understand.
Yeah, of course.
So my mom said, I'm gonna leave, but I'm not gonna stay in Africa with 2 kids. So I had a little sister.
So
she was about 2.
Yeah.
I was 5. She was 2, 3, something like that. And my mom went back to Germany, obviously. Yeah. So from there on, since I was 5, I grew up in South Germany. Very small villages.
Okay.
Pretty depressing.
Okay.
Grew up seeing my mom, depressed.
So, question for you. So, have you been do you see your dad?
Oh yeah, I see him.
So, is he in Germany?
Mm-hmm.
He's in Germany as well.
So after Africa, he left to England to work.
Okay.
Then he went back to Portugal.
Yeah.
So when I was 12, 13, 14, I used to see him a lot flying to Portugal.
Okay.
And yeah, now he's in Germany too. Same city as my mom.
Same city as your mom.
Yep.
So do you think not having your dad for a couple of years, did it affect you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Negative or positive?
Both. So first negative and then positive. So negative in terms of growing up with a sister.
Yeah.
Female, my mother, female.
Do you have to be the man of the family?
Yeah. So I started to really understand with 7, 8. Not really, but with 7, 8, I started to understand that something is off. So I came to Germany with 5. I understood that my mom is different. I understood that she's, carrying a big bag on her shoulders.
Of course, yeah.
I never understood it when I turned, let's say, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
I kind of started to see the, let's say, for example, we went grocery shopping.
Okay.
And my mom put the card in, it was declined, And then we had to put stuff back because this was like 10 euros above the price, stuff like that. So I kind of started to understand what is happening.
You understood that, she's maybe not in the best.
There's too much there's too much days in the month left and not money.
Yeah.
So my mom was always very strong. So my mom was kind of my father figure. So I always say a woman made me a man. My mom taught me everything. But even though she's a female, obviously, there's something missing out.
Yeah,
right? So
of course,
I was craving a lot like my father's attention. I saw him starting with 12, 13, 14 more when he invited me to Portugal.
Which is a good age, I think.
Yeah, it's a good age. Yeah.
Like thank God they're.
Yeah. And then I wanted to live with my dad, so I was fucked up with Germany. I didn't want to go back because imagine that my mom was taking care of everything else. My dad had money to take care when I was there, so my dad treated me well there. like bought me clothes.
So you'd go,
And I was kind of. Not manipulated, but being with your dad and then you can do all this stuff fun because with my mom there's no opportunity. My mom had 3 jobs, so there was no she's coming to my football game. There's no on the weekends we go see this. Yeah, I started very early. In Africa, bro. In Africa, the only thing you have, soccer.
Yeah.
Only thing you have is a football, bro.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
So soccer.
Have we played against each other? Soccer? No, we haven't.
Never.
In Mexico.
If I wouldn't smoke
we're
so
going
much
to
shisha.
Mexico in 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
I'm gonna destroy the all Germans, bro.
You will, bro.
I'm coming to play,
bro. My lungs. I smoke too much shisha.
We'll get to the shisha part in a bit, but anyway. So that's the negative part. What's the positive part?
The positive part came later.
Yeah.
Because I had to step in this role where I take care of myself.
Yeah.
My mom never told me what to do. I had to fuck up and learn.
Yeah.
So when there was a big problem, then I got punished. But before that, I had to test my own limits, and I did with 13. Like 13, I started to do a lot of bullshit, like getting into the wrong cliques and starting to steal and do bullshit and destroy stuff. Police and testing my boundaries.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was always this feeling of I have to do it myself. Not having this made me a man very early. And I believe nowadays the big outcome is that I can take care of myself. I don't need no one to tell me what to do, when to stand up, or organize stuff for me. I'm very well organized, disciplined.
Yeah.
I know how to move in life. I know how to make my own money.
Yeah.
I know how to have a productive, good life, I would say, and that comes out of this. Yeah.
So you come to a point where I guess you started network marketing. Yeah. And was like how was your journey? This is not your first the company that we're in. It's not the first company.
No, so the first company I got introduced to was a company selling nutrition. Okay. So nutritional supplements, shakes, stuff like that.
You had success there?
No success. I was invited to come see a presentation. I got exposed. and I was very skeptical. Like I was back then, I was very, very, very skeptical. I believe that's a negative side that happened. I always crave to have control.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't like to be the passenger.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because I never had control when I was younger. You know, I saw my parents and stuff. So I always were someone that needs control of stuff. Now it's way better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not having so basically that comes from, so I was very skeptical. I needed to get all the details. I needed to know everything before.
No, everything. Give me the whole shebang.
Everything, bro. So what I did is I visited their live presentation every Thursday. And what happened is that every Thursday for 6 months I was listening to them. And I didn't join. So they got a little bit annoyed.
Okay.
They brought me, and they took me to a tax lawyer, because that was my last
They took you to a lawyer, right? That's crazy.
Because I said, like, I don't trust you guys. Like, I need to, because I didn't want to fuck it up. You know, we had no money. My mom was in trouble enough, so I don't want to bring more trouble. I want solutions.
Of course, solutions.
So I was very careful. And the same thing is, I was always focusing on studying law. And I couldn't do law and do illegal shit. So I wanted to be 100% sure that what I do is not illegal.
Okay.
So first business, got exposed to it. Very skeptical. Joined after 6 months. Had no money to join. Took 50% of the money from my little sister without telling her. The other 50% from my mom. Don't take money from someone without asking them. But yeah, that's how I paid my license, not even the products. The license was 100 euros.
Okay,
I had no money for the products. I stole the products on the events. So I took so when you did the events, they had the products there to test them. And I just put them in my bag because I needed products to show them.
That's crazy.
So there was one big event where they put like, they put the supplements under the seat. They pin it under the seat, or they glue it under the seat. So it's like when the event is like, they say, put your hand under the seat, you get it. You know, I don't know what the supplements. Yeah. And I took all the supplements before. So the people grabbed under the seat. There's nothing. It's in my bag. So I started to give it to the friends, to my friends in school. Yeah. They said it tastes like shit.
Great.
Perfect. So yeah, I was in this company for 2 years. That is my first exposure to network marketing in the industry. I had no idea what network is. Yeah. I signed up 2 people. Then it went a little bit better. I did the first rank with the help of my upline. He sponsored like 2 or 3 people, and I'm like, shit, that's nice. Like, he does 50% of the work. Yeah. I do 50%. That's nice. Never hit the second rank. Missed it by 2 people. Got demotivated and completely stopped and focused on school. Did a pretty good high school degree, or basically the average, however you call it. Yeah. Scoring, whatever. And then I was accepted for law school. Or like law university.
Law school kid, eh?
School. Yeah.
You're one of the smart ones.
Yeah, but I thought if I study law...
That did not work well for me, but okay.
Yeah, so I thought if I study like law, I can go into investment banking and then diploma.
Yeah, big money.
Yeah, because one of it is, for me, is like understanding the rules, because my parents got fucked over by the government and by other people because we had no money and no idea. So I thought if I understand the rules, I can protect my family, myself, and I make a lot of money. So, you know, easy. But yeah, so I applied for law school, was accepted, and then I had a problem. I had no money. And my parents couldn't help, so I needed a business. So I rejoined network marketing.
And that's how you joined network marketing?
Yeah, so I rejoined network marketing to another company, also supplement, a makeup company. Stayed there for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
My upline left without telling me. I had only one sponsor and one partner. Yeah. He took the partner from me without telling me.
He took the what?
He took one of my first lines, the first person that I sponsored into the business. He took him to this new company without telling me.
Okay.
So then I called him, I was mad. I'm like, well, what the fuck is happening? He's like, oh, bro, sorry, blah, blah. We meet up. So we met up. He explained me everything. He paid me the package to join because I had no money. Yeah. So we were good. And yeah, from there on, 3 weeks later, we moved to another company.
Nice.
Which was trading. And trading for me was a game changer.
Yeah.
That was,
you fell in love with the trading part.
Because I wanted to become an investment banker. Yeah. So it was like resonating.
In the field,
And I was like, shit, bro, like that's what I want to do. Because I was starting to read about stocks and investing when I was 18. I knew that, you know, where the money is, where it's like, you need to focus on. So this was, I was in, bro. And from there, it blew off. Like, it was crazy.
So how long did it take you to make your first $10,000?
My first $10,000. So if you count the first 2 years in network marketing that I didn't understand what network is, so this first 2 years, and then I would say 3 years. So after 1 year joining, I made my first 10K in trading network.
I don't know where I'm going, brother.
Yeah, we're good. We're on strikes everywhere. Just go straight. Okay, now we're It's okay. Just drive around. So yeah, basically that's it, bro. My first 10K. I think after three years, if you count the first. If you count.
But technically, the last company. How long after?
A year.
A year.
Yeah. A year. So I made the first 1K in 3 months. Then 6 months later, I made 2K. 8 months later, I made 5K. And then we're trading in the other results. So it was not purely a check of network, the 10K, but then all together with bonuses and stuff. When I hit the first rank of, where you make a passive income of 5,000, that's the first time with other stuff I made 10K in total. So that was 1 year of really taking decision and joining into the game. Yeah.
Okay.
But bro, like 3 or 4 months to go full time, $2,000 or 2,000 euros back then, or still in Germany is a good income.
Yeah, I can imagine. Bro.
I started to help my mom with it and with her rent and everything. Could pay for my own tuition stuff, books.
Interesting.
Like in Germany, you don't pay for the university, but you have all the other stuff, right? You have to pay the books, which are expensive.
Yeah, of course.
Tickets for.
So you graduated university?
No, bro. I dropped out after 3 months. We had a big event in Miami.
Yeah.
I came back and never went to university because I understood this is what I want to do.
So as soon as you went all in, I'm like, yo.
As soon as I was full time and I saw Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I saw Las Vegas for the first time. It was done. It was done. So for me, the traveling in this business, traveling the first time, going to a big convention, driving these cars, seeing America, the big life, like there's so much more. It was a game changer. I'm like, bro, I'm done. I'm not going to university.
So I noticed that you have a lot of culture in your team, bro. Yeah. So how did the culture thing start? Because I feel like things that we do always derives from, it comes from something. It doesn't come from nothing. Yeah. Like I know some people that are good at nurturing. Yeah. A lot of the times it comes from family nurturing them and they nurture their team this way. Yeah. So tell me about that. How do you feel like you got that from your mom? Maybe your mom is like nurturing and stuff.
So culture, I really like the question because culture for me is something that I love in life. Like I love to travel. I love to see different cultures.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Yeah, you're Leo. Okay.
So growing up in Africa, having the Portuguese influence, living in Germany, growing up with Arabs and Kurdish people and Turkish people, I got to know a lot of cultures. So I was always big on cultures,
Arabs, bro.
And I was always really good in speaking the language of the people in front of me. So since I never had a culture, and that's what I told you, I never had a. So if you would have asked me back then,
you never identified
I never identified with what I don't know if I was not German. I was not.
So now you're so good with a lot of people that don't identify to identify into one purpose.
And especially the ones that also can't identify. All the refugees, all the people.
It's crazy, bro. That's insane.
So that's how I kind of understood.
Really smart.
Yeah, I kind of understood culture, so I had to.
Yeah.
So that's where I believe my culture comes from. Knowing these cultures, accepting that I back then didn't really know where I belonged to, and fitting in everywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have like what do they call it, identity crisis? And stuff. And I didn't have no time for this bullshit. Yeah. I was just happy with people around me that shared the same culture. I always loved Arab culture because of first of all the food, the family, the common sense, the ideas.
The common sense.
For me, it's very. You can compare it very much to Portugal. Yeah, I love Portugal, bro.
Huh. Interesting. I've never been to Portugal, by the way.
You have to. Bro.
I should go. Yeah,
beautiful.
I should go,
best European.
Like I've tried Portuguese food.
Yeah.
But
I'll take you to a place in Dubai which they have really good Portuguese.
I'm down.
I'll take you after the podcast.
I'm done.
So yeah, culture basically comes from there. Then through network marketing, traveling even more, I saw different cultures. And then culture in my team and in my business.
Yeah. So how did you create that? What was the first step? What are the things that you focus on?
So when I started, for me, the most important thing was always transparency.
Yeah.
The brotherhoods.
Yeah.
And
one thing I laughed about, speaking of the brotherhood, one thing I laughed one time I saw in your story, you had like a men call. Like the boys call. A gentleman call. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this is so fun. I would join. Yeah. Just cause like there's a brotherhood right there.
Yeah, because we have 80% women.
Yeah. So there's like 20% men. You need to fucking push the men. Yo, I'm gonna do that, bro.
Because the men.
Boys! Only boys call.
Gentlemen call. Bro, we did like everyone has to jump on with a black shirt. Like dressed. The speakers were smoking cigars. So we did like a gentleman club online, bro.
I love that, bro.
No, okay. So that's what I can give you. Yeah. Is like culture is identify, understand who the people you are talking to. And serve them in that way. I serve the ladies, I serve the gentlemen. I understand where they come from. I understand how they think. I'm very specific in details.
Yeah.
Every culture has their different, pit peeves. Some of them have their special way to communicate, and you just have to understand it. And since I grew up like that, understanding these cultures and fitting into different cultures and nationalities and heritages, I kind of took that, and that's what I'm doing these days. So our culture is very much based on the people. Every team works different. It's very individualized. When we come together, we are a very strong bond.
Yeah, and I see you travel a lot. How many countries have you traveled to?
Bro, I don't know. I didn't count. I don't know.
Like over 15.
What I know is only my tickets from this year, so from last year, 2022, is like this big. Only the tickets from last year.
Wow, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like a lot of countries. So, but I also traveled to the same countries many times. So America, I went 5 times, for example.
Yeah.
So it's the same places many times. But yeah, a lot of traveling.
Do you feel like traveling opened your mind?
Yeah, 100%.
Up a lot.
So the first travel, as I said, the first incentive to Las Vegas, that was, and Miami then afterwards, that, you know.
You just saw.
It was,
although Las Vegas and Miami are like just hyped over, like.
Yeah.
Like if you can't even compare Dubai to Miami.
No, but also, bro, 5 years ago, it was way different. I feel
yeah.
So
I
went, for example, LA before COVID and after COVID.
Yeah.
And it's like Zombieland after COVID.
Huh,
like
interesting.
It's crazy. Like,
okay.
And then I have the influence of Dubai now, so I don't see anything else anymore right now.
Yeah, you can't. You can't unsee Dubai.
I'm bored, bro. I'm bored. If I go somewhere, like, that's the only problem when you come to Dubai. You get used to it, and then
you get used to the big leagues. I agree.
It doesn't matter where you go.
So we talked about culture, bro. We talked about kind of how you got started, and then I like. There's a couple of things that I believe, bro. You have powers in. Culture is one of them. Number 2, bro. You have this thing where, like, you're able to understand people. Do you think you understand people because you were misunderstood when you were younger?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's a good. I never thought about it that way. But
brother, there's some deep questions right here.
That's really good. Yeah, I believe so. Like I was very introvert. I'm still very introverted, but
So define introverted. What's
for me? It's like everything.
Because I have a definition.
Everything happens in my inner world, bro.
Okay.
I'm not that guy that needs to speak. I'm more like, sometimes people look at me and I don't say anything.
Yeah.
And they think like, what's wrong with him? But there's nothing wrong. It's just like me. Like I like to analyze. I like to look at people. I like to understand the situation. I paint a picture while just looking at you know, or at people when they speak. So growing up and just right now, that's your car, right? Yeah, so growing up and all of that,
that's an old car.
I was definitely misunderstood, bro. I always had like a purpose. I always had the burning desire. I could never talk about it with anyone. If there was one of my old best friends, he left for Brazil, so I lost him very young age. So I had no one that understood me, bro. So I believe that I'm good.
But this is why you believe you understand people. I understand because you were misunderstood.
Yeah, and I serve people. Like I'm someone that
you're a server. Do you think that's your love language? Active service.
Yeah,
active service. Yeah. So if anybody wants to pretty much give Miguel something, don't give him gifts. Serve him in something.
A gift's also good.
Money's okay too. So
no, I like definitely gifts. But it's not about the money. I get more excited about, for example, when my girl
memorable
gets me,
things.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
So you talked about brother. This is expensive car.
Hey, these Arabs, bro. You have to
he's not an Arab, bro.
This was an Arab guy. The other one, the Mercedes guy.
Yeah,
bro.
These Arabs, man. So you talked about your girl. You want to talk about your girl?
Yeah, we can.
So you've been with the girl for some time.
Yeah, 6 years now.
6 years.
6 years. 6 years straight.
And I was telling you, bro. You.
What job? No, just because of it.
So this is like a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And do you feel like, as a guy that makes money, is
yes.
it harder? What?
Yes. I just say yes. no, go on.
But no, honestly, do you feel like it's harder for you to commit to somebody when you? Because were you with her when you were making money? Not really, because you weren't making crazy money with her. Yeah. Were you?
Like
when you met her?
No, bro. I was broke.
You're
broke, bro.
So do you feel like because she was you on the bad days, you're gonna stay with her on the good days?
So I believe.
Like my question is, and I'm not saying I'm disloyal. I'm a loyal guy.
Yeah, same.
But you see a lot of guys, they make a little bit of money,
and then
life changes.
They upgrade.
But by the way, same thing for women. Yeah. I've seen women, bro, that join the business with their boyfriends. After a certain time, they break up with the boyfriend.
It's not matter if it's female or male in the business.
Yeah.
The dynamic is the same.
My question for you is, when we're talking about a relationship and being broke and then getting rich, do you feel like it's very hard for somebody to commit?
So I believe that the woman shows her loyalty when the man is broke. Bad days. When the man is broke.
Yeah.
And the man shows the loyalty to the woman when he's rich.
Woo!
That's it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I would.
That's a good one.
I would not be where I am without her, 100%.
Really?
No, 100%.
Huh.
So, bro, like I would have been that. Like she, you know, took care of me. Like she, you know, made me food, made me help and understand and focused and push me and uplift me. And I remember there was one time in my business I made good money.
Yeah.
I lost some teams.
Yeah.
It was to the transition of iGenius when we transitioned to a new company.
Yeah.
And I had no money to buy a presents for Christmas.
Yeah.
And she gifted me an Hermes wallet. And I started crying, bro, because I was in a business, I was making money, had no money, couldn't even buy the person that I love in my life presents. And she gave me this present before Christmas just to get me up to the mood again, you know? And I still have this wallet today, and for me it's significant that a woman, or for a woman listening, a man, or it doesn't matter, the people around you really matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My mom helped me a lot.
Yeah.
My girlfriend helped me a lot. I had two friends from back then, two Turkish and Kurdish guys.
Yeah.
Or basically Turkish, Kurdish, whatever, and they also helped me a lot. So the people around you, it's really important.
Matters,
I believe you have to be loyal to them if you are doing good. You owe them, in that sense.
Do you feel like okay? So here's my other question. Do you feel like because I feel like you have a very loyal personality.
Yeah.
Like you're very loyal to the mission, to the cause, to the things. Because we've seen ups and downs and it never phased you.
No, 100%. It pushes me.
Do you feel like that derived from having your parents break up?
Probably, yes. And also my mom was very big in teaching. I don't know where it comes from. I truly believe it comes from my mom. She taught me a lot about respect,
loyalty,
honor, about morals and ethics. She put that into me. Yeah. And also I just believe that's the right way. I'm very big in looking in the mirror, like, just meaning it in terms of, you know, looking in the mirror, and I have to be comfortable with who I am, and I could not if I'm not loyal or if I whatever, you know. So it's more important how I see myself than how other people see me. So that's why I'm so big on loyalty and respect.
Speaking of loyalty,
yeah,
let's talk about our brother Andrew Tate. Free Andrew Tate.
Free Andrew Tate.
So Andrew Tate talks about loyalty, but in a very different way.
Yeah.
So are you a fan of Andrew? Hold on. So are you a fan of Andrew? Let's start with that. Are you a fan of Andrew?
Don't even ask.
So okay, you're a fan of Andrew.
If you're not a fan and you're listening to this podcast, sorry for saying it, then don't
even be sorry, bro. Say it.
Don't watch this. Don't watch it if you're not a fan of it.
Okay, so you're a fan of Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
But so some things that you just said a little bit are not against what Andrew Tate, but it's a little bit going.
Andrew Tate made me a man, bro. Because I never had this father figure, and he was not one of the biggest man that influenced me in terms of becoming a man.
Wow.
And my girl confirms that. My family confirms that. My friends confirm that. So when I came to Dubai, a lot of stuff changed, but that was also the same time I started to consume Andrew Tate. So 100%, bro. I have to give him this credit. 100%.
Wow.
He made me a man, 100%.
In what ways, though? So you listen to him like, yo, this is the man I want to be.
So it pushes me more.
Yeah.
I was already in the gym, but it gave me even a higher purpose.
Even motivation to be at the gym. To fix up your mind.
Started to focus.
Because already you had a good mindset.
Mindset.
You didn't need some mindset to work.
No.
I guess it's a mindset of how you think about the world.
It was having a role model. There's no role models for men, bro. No role, especially for us, bro. We are like highly successful
1%,
people.
And very young.
We are very young.
For our income, we are 1% of the world.
Who do I look up to, bro?
Yeah. Actually, a little bit under 1%. You're talking 0 point something.
So who do I look up to, bro? And there's no one that moves like him, that, you know, teaches stuff like him. So what I learned
from him... He makes some moves, this guy.
So what I learned from him is like being... so I love how he says be perspicacious.
Yeah.
Perspicacious. What the fuck?
Having perspective, you mean?
No. How do you say it again? So he has this one quote from his dad. Perspicacious. No, I don't know how to say it anymore.
Anyway.
I lost it for the podcast.
Yeah.
So basically, what I learned from him is like the perspective of life, like how to see life and how to move, how to be more careful, how to be very disciplined. I love when he says, for example, if he loses his keys or whatever, he punishes himself. So he says he loses the keys. So he says he's unprofessional.
I've never heard that.
So he said, for example, like he talks a lot about being professional.
Yeah.
Professional in life.
Yes.
Like not messing around. Don't
be stupid. Don't be naive.
Stupid. I never had problems with that.
Yeah, the late thing is really like
he's
with me.
He's on another level, bro.
Yeah.
He punishes himself if he misplaces his keys.
That's crazy.
He says like he's gonna fast, for example, for 3 days, or go another 2 hours into the gym or whatever.
Okay.
So I learned this from him. I like that. So you hold yourself accountable. So if you fuck it up, you hold yourself accountable. So if I fuck it up nowadays, I punish myself. I take something that I like for a certain amount of time to punish myself that I was unprofessional. So he teaches you how to be professional. He teaches you how to be a next level gentleman. I always was a gentleman. I grew up with women. I know how to speak to women. I have more women around in my life than men because I grew up with women. I can easily speak to women.
And in your team,
I know, and my women, 80%? And 80% of my team is women.
A woman, okay.
So I know that was always easy for me. But he made me understood that I need to become a provider. And I was one, but now I'm even more.
A different type of provider.
Yeah, so providing, professionalism, gentleman, mindset, definitely. I like the professionalism part, bro. Like just being professional. I see so many people, bro, that are not professional. Like they misplace stuff, they forget stuff, they are unorganized, and other people get a fuck up from that. Bro. And I cannot work with these people. Like I'm very bad in tolerating weakness. That's one of my. Oh my God, I'm so bad at that, bro. Because my parents sometimes will.
Have you ever yelled at like somebody on your team for being very like lax?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
you know, one time I'm the similar way. Like I can't tolerate it, so I've had like I reached out to somebody and they were like really like just being naive, and I yelled my lungs out. And I was yelling out of love, bro. So they went to the company I'm working with, and they sent them, oh, this guy, you guys should like fire him, you should terminate him, and this, that. So the owner of the company messages me, he's like, bro, like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, bro, like, and you know, the more of an American mindset, they don't know what it is here, bro. Like, you're raised on toughness here. Even if you're rich, even if you live in a rich family here, a lot of the times you're raised
it's the same,
with some thickness.
It's the same in Germany, bro. Like if you like especially being on time, stuff like that, bro. If you fuck up on that,
just important, bro. Important shit that people need to understand.
So he's a role model for sure, bro. And I believe that I will definitely.
So he has a lot of opinions about women.
Just wanted to say, if I have a son, first thing he's gonna watch is Undertaker.
I love that.
100%.
I love that. So he talks a lot. He's very opinionated about women.
Just fixing my glasses.
No, I know, but so like what? Okay, so he talks about, you know, a man naturally should be able to deal with multiple women. But a woman should not be able to deal with multiple women. Now, I agree. On the same level as that.
Continue. I already have 10 things I want to say, but continue. Good. Sorry, bro.
Go ahead, say it.
So regarding this question, first of all, there's one negative side in Undertaker, and I saw it in my team because I have some young leaders. Some young kids. And they took it too serious what he says. Which they think they are top G's already. They think they can do whatever, they can fuck around. They get girlfriends and they think they can do whatever they want to in the first couple of months. And I truly believe first you need to show loyalty, and you need that's a problem with Andrew Tate. All of you fuckers out there, excuse me, they believe they are top G's just by listening to them. Bro, just because you go to the gym and you light yourself a cigar, you're not a top G. Like your mom is still working, your wife, your girlfriend is still working because you cannot provide for them. You're a fuck up, bro. Most likely you don't even have your own credit card, you don't even have your own banking. Nothing in order. You have nothing in order in life. So being a top G, and that's the problem. That's where it comes to women.
So you have to be allowed. So what I understood from you is you have to allow yourself to be a top G and then do women. But
so you really have to be a real top G, and by
real top G, and then
you can
play that game.
You can play under his rules. His rules are made for top Gs. For people that can provide, have their life organized.
Because you have to be able, if you're dealing with multiple women, you have to be able to provide for these multiple women.
Also that, bro. But first provide for your women, for yourself,
for yourself and for your mom.
Bro, let's be honest. Most men don't even have nothing in order, bro. Nothing.
It's true. That is true,
bro. And just because you have a nice body, just because you go to the gym, it doesn't mean you're a top G. Just because you have a cigar, it doesn't mean you have a top G. Just because you make 10K doesn't mean you are a top G. It means if you can provide for your family, you are on the higher echelons of success. That's where these rules apply, and that's what many people misplace, I believe. That's a problem with it. And I 100% agree when it comes to the women. Like a man that is top tier, a man that is a top G, can be,
can change a girl's life.
100%.
Like, I'll tell you, like, I was sitting down with a girl that she used to date one top G when she was younger. First of all, after she dated him, she never dated anything under a top G.
You cannot.
But she
cannot go back.
But bro, that top G set her life.
100%.
She bought he taught her how to make money. She made money, bro. and then she bought some properties with it, and these properties are on Airbnb right now. They're generating like 20, 30 grand a month.
Oh, it's crazy.
And then from that, she learned how to diversify and put it to other businesses.
I see the same with my girl. For example, the guys were telling me we went to the gold souk in Dubai. So gold souk, for the people who don't know, it's where you can buy and sell stuff, but it's an Arab style. They want to sell, you have to negotiate the prices. Stuff, and I was not there, but two of my leaders were with my girlfriend. And my girlfriend, bro, she destroyed them all.
Of course, bro.
And then I asked her, where do you learn from? And she said, from you. So that's 100% true. Like a woman
should be able to learn from her man.
Grows, if the man is a top G, she will be the same. Like my girlfriend is the same version of me, just in a female version. 100%.
That's crazy.
100%. Like the music, like as I said, like the music that she listens to, opinions that she has, everything. Oh. Getting fined here.
Almost got fined.
Almost got fined. Yeah, so 100% agree. You need to be a top G. A female that dates a top G will have her life change her life. It will. Yeah. 100%.
I so agree, bro. I so agree with you. 100%. Okay, so somebody that wants to be a top G, they have to provide for their family. So what like? I want to be able to. How can we do the top G in business?
Okay.
So what would a guy or a girl have to do to be a top G in business?
First, focus on money. Put everything on the side and focus on generating cash flow. At least more than 10K. Like 10K
more than 10 grand a month.
That's the first goal.
That's like
don't put gym aside, put partying as everything. Yeah. So that's what I did. So just 10K. Try to get to 10K.
So you said put gym aside. Do you believe that you don't believe in a balance in the beginning?
No, fuck the balance in the beginning. No. Like you should work until there's no way to continue, bro. Like that's what I did. Like and all of my leaders did.
Yeah. You don't think that maybe in the beginning, even maybe like a 30-minute gym would be helpful for them?
Looking back, yes. Yes.
Just 100%. Like a short
100%.
Like just quick, like not the fucking 3, like short, quick.
Looking back, 100%, bro. Because now I know the effects of the gym, and it played a big role in my life right now, and towards my success. Going to the gym, it's a big part. But back then, bro, it was waking up, doing calls, and falling asleep. And I had to do that for some time until I was in a financial better situation, and that's where I started to focus on the other stuff, like gym and more look for. Because my body showed me,
of course,
and supplements and understanding more about my health and what I eat. Back then, it was straight hustle, bro, nothing else.
So what do you have what are your core values in life? Like what? Yeah. Like for me, it's health, wealth, love, and happiness. Yeah. So what are your do you have 4 things, or is it just whatever your instinct is allowing you to feel? Like what is the order of your life?
So just to give you a quick answer of the first question is, I always say money, muscle, and game. So you focus
money, muscle, and
game.
Yeah, okay.
MMG. So you first focus on money.
MMG, I love that.
Then muscle is muscle, your body and your mind.
Yeah.
And then game is just the way how you play, like professionalism.
Game, not game. Game. Okay. Yeah.
So game, I mean, is like how you game in life. Like what kind of style do you have? Like what kind of lifestyle? Because lifestyle is not only the life that you live, but how you perceive life and how you move in life. And how professional you are and how you basically
just the whole shebang.
Money, muscle, game.
Money, muscle, game.
Yeah, these are the 3 steps, and that's like how it escalates. First, you focus on the money, then the muscle, and the muscle in your mind and your, brain muscle and your body muscle, and then the game.
And then the game.
Game is just perfecting all of it together.
So dissect the game. Like, so what is the game? Like
game is like game
understanding
of life.
The
game of life.
Yeah.
Like, as you know, like gaming. Like I don't know if you were a big gamer. I was a big gamer. So you upgrade yourself.
I was not a big gamer,
okay.
but
you know, everyone knows. Like you upgrade yourself, you get better weapons, you get better whatever.
Yeah.
You get better in doing this. So game is just perfecting life in general.
Perfecting life.
Yeah. And becoming.
What do you think a perfect life looks like?
A perfect life looks like, first of all, you have the money, so financial freedom.
Yeah.
Number 1, time freedom, and geographical freedom. These 3, and that's also the 3 you have to focus on. Majorly building up your business. You can never be free. It doesn't matter if you're a superstar. If you're a football player, because if you're a football player, you have a lot of money, right? Yeah. So you have the financial money, the financial freedom. But someone's still gonna tell you where to be, when to be, what to say, what not to say. So real freedom, and that's what most people don't understand, consists out of these 3 bullet points: financial freedom, time freedom, and geographical freedom. If you don't have that, you're not free. It doesn't matter how much money. If you have more money than me or us together, it doesn't matter who you are. you're not free. Because still
You're
people
not
tell you
free.
where to be, still you cannot choose the place. So these are the 3 major steps.
I love that. So, these are your core things for every man or woman to focus on in the beginning of their career. Yeah. What do you have some big plans for 2023?
100%. So 2023 for me is mainly focused on my personal brand and the brand of the TPR, my team.
Yeah.
So I'll focus on branding these two like very strongly.
Yeah.
In terms of investing a lot of money into strategy planning and content. So upping the content.
Content game.
You know, and also pushing.
You have pretty good content.
Yeah. So I'm just pushing everything. As I said, now it's a game phase. It's a phase where you perfection all that I did and that I've built in the last years. I live in the most beautiful place in the world. I have a beautiful and loyal and intelligent girlfriend. I have good friends. I have a certain position in my life. Now it's just
just perfecting the game.
Perfecting the game, bro. So
perfecting the game.
Investing into perfecting the game is what I'm doing.
Investing into perfecting the game.
And taking over new land. That's what I love about network.
Taking over new land.
You can take over new land in network. You cannot in real life.
It's true. That's very
and
true.
That's what men have to do is conquer.
Well, brother, I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Let's conquer.
My friends, my family, make sure you subscribe, you like. We're going to drop Miguel's social media right here. Make sure you give him a follow. Make sure you give the German top G, German, Portuguese, Arabic top G.
I'm everything, bro. Bro, I identify as Portuguese.
I identify as Portuguese. So, my friends, my family, thank you so much. And we will talk in the next episode.